Hey guys, Sergeant Conrad here, bringing you some more World of Tanks action. Today we're going to take a look at the French heavy tank, Tier 6, the ARL 44. Comes right after the BDR G1B that I did a video on the other day. Now, I usually like to elite these tanks before I take a look at them, but I had a really great battle in this tank with the stock turret on it. Big, huge, hideous thing that really got my heart racing and came right down to the wire right at the end. Now, I'll take a look at some of the stats on this tank, and we'll probably revisit it again once I have everything unlocked for it. As you can see here, all I have unlocked right now is the first 90 mil, the first turret, and the tracks. The next thing I'm going to go for is this 90 mil F3. And then I'll probably go for the engine, and then unlock both of these guns, get the radio, move on to the next tank. So you can kind of figure that order. Now, taking a look at this tank, has 820 hit points, which is a little bit low in the tier. If we take a look at the KV-1S, that's 760 hit points. That's without the upgraded turret. It'll be 810 with the upgraded turret. T-150 is 830, again, without the upgraded turret. That'll be 880, gets 50 hit points with the turret. And then if we look at the KV-2, KV-2 is 810, and that'll be 860 with the upgraded turret. I don't have the upgraded turret on all these because I just unlocked all of these Tier 6 tanks. Now the M6 is 840, so that'll be 890 with the upgraded turret. So you can see they all add exactly 50 hit points. Going back to the ARL 44, this tank, you know, from other people's reviews, I was a little worried about moving into this tank, thinking it would be really bad. But honestly, I've had a lot of fun with this thing so far. Let's take a look at the stats. 46.7 tons, put with 575 stock engine horsepower. Now, that's a little over 10 to 1, so this tank doesn't move too bad. It's not slow like a stock KV or anything like that. That's actually, I think, better than the upgraded KV on Tier 5. 37 speed limit. You'll hit high 20s, about 30 with the stock motor. 20 traverse speed is where this thing kind of hurts. It doesn't turn real well, and that's even with the upgraded tracks. 120 hull armor. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you see how angled that front plate is? And this thing can really bounce some shots, and that's where I was worried about. A lot of people were saying this tank was terrible about getting pinned really easily. I tell you what, in this game I'm going to show you, I got a lot of bounces off that front plate. Turret armor, 110. Yeah, it doesn't really have any slope to it, though, as you can see there. So it's pretty easy to get through that if somebody can hit you in those cheeks around your gun mantlet. If they hit you here or here, it's going to bounce, because those are real angled. Shell damage, 180 to 300. That's an average of 240 is what the gun does. And 135 pin. It's actually the same gun that I had on the BDR G1B. I haven't unlocked a higher gun for it yet. Turret traverse is at 22. The rate of fire is 6.98. So pretty nice rate of fire. The higher you get in these heavy tanks, the lower that rate of fire likes to go. 330 view range isn't bad for a Tier 6. And 400 signal range on the stock radio. Not bad either. Like I said, we'll take another look at this tank once I elite it. Now let's jump right into the gameplay. Okay, here's the game I wanted to show you guys. You can see here, it's a Tier 6 assault battle on Siegfried Line. And you can see there, ARL 44, right at the top of the list. But now this tank is completely stock. You can see how big that turret, people nickname this turret the house. You know, it does really look like a house up on top of the tank. It's freaking huge. And has very little armor, completely flat front. But you'll see how I can use that turret to my advantage, though. So we don't want to push straight up ahead and into all of their lines right away, because this tank is completely stock. We want to sit back a little bit, get some shots off on some guys, see who we can take out. So I'm going to peek around this corner here. quite get a shot on that Cromwell. I'd like to stay here and camp this corner. Try and catch the guys coming in. Right over here, there's a break in the wall where they come from their deployment straight in here. See, it took off a big chunk of that KV-1's life. He's at 64% now. Pretty nice rate of fire. I hit the dirt there because I didn't take time to aim. Looks like somebody else managed to take him out, though. Can't manage to get a shot on that VK. I backed up a little bit there, so I wasn't getting a shot at. But you notice this angle that I'm giving around the corner. This is what they see. So all they can really hit is tracks or that front plate. And they can also hit the front of this massive turret, obviously. But the armor on it's not too terribly bad. It's just a huge target. I was going to turn and go help the other side, but it looks like this Churchill that was behind me is going to go push over that way. So I'm going to hold this corner since they're all leaving me alone here. I'm sticking out a little bit too far here. If you can see there, they can get a shot on my side. Now at that extreme angle it would probably still bounce, but you never want to be sticking out too far. Now this side looks like it's pretty quiet. We're going to push right up into our cap here and see who we can push back. We just lost our KV-1S right there from some mediums. I'm getting shot at from the side, so let's duck behind cover here as fast as we can. Luckily they missed. That VK is dealing with a tank destroyer, KV-1S. Yeah, he got taken out.
Penetration.
Shot into the back of the KV-1S. Him no damage. Kind of a wild shot there, just trying to get some damage out. That Su-85, if we look at him, he only has 92 health. He's a one-shot kill. But I track him, of course. Do no damage, just track him. They've both pushed back behind the wall there, kind of taken off running because there's two heavies, or a heavy and a medium here. Look staring down, another heavy on the other side. Sneak around this corner, take a shot at the E8. I get a bounce. Let's see if we can see where that's bouncing. Those were hitting me right in that strong part of my armor right there. Knock out that Easy 8 Sherman. Ooh, I can see them through the wall right here. They know I can too, is why they backed up. See how I twisted and angled the armor there? Try and get a bounce on the KV-1S. It worked. And my reload's way faster than this, so I'll just sit here and take them out. Easy 8's not paying attention. Take him out too. That's 3601. I don't think I can get a good angle on him, but I'm worried about this medium over here to my right. There he is, man. He's hidden real well behind all that cover.
Enemy is hit.
Well, I managed to hit him. Didn't do any damage. That's a pin, no damage. Probably damaged his gun or something like that. I can just see the tip of him sticking out, but not enough for me to shoot at, really. He decides to back off. Now you notice on the mini-map that we got this medium flanking around behind us. This Churchill's at real low health. He's gotten shot in the sides quite a few times. You don't want to let that happen. You gotta keep your armor pointed at the enemy. I'm gonna try and sneak over to this side, behind this building. You can see that little cut-through, walk-through area there. If I can get there fast enough, maybe I get a shot on this guy. Nope, looks like he made it past before I did. This VK is going to take a shot at me. You see where that bounced at. I had my turret angled just enough for the 100 millimeters of armor. It made it bounce right there. This Jackson is going to take out our Church of 7. I'm trying to help him out, try and save him. I got a pin, no damage there. Probably just hit his track. He's turning to look at me.
Penetration.
There's some good damage on him there. He's backing away. He doesn't want to mess with this armor and this gun.
Penetration.
Another pin, no damage. Getting a lot of those here, hitting tracks and stuff like that. Notice I'm swinging the turret around to get an angle on it and get an angle on my armor.
Went right through.
Now, there's 3 guys I'm dealing with here on the cap. I'm the only one left. Jackson sticks his nose out and I take it off for him. Trying to get this perfect angle. Oh, that VK got around to the side of me. See how slow this turret comes around here. I'm trying to back up. I decide, you know what? We're just going to go forward and get this building between me and him. Try and get some shots on this VK. Oh, he managed to get through the front of that turret. That's what I was worried about.
Penetration.
One on the side of him, he's at 1% health. Can I get a bounce? No, I can't. It was heartbreaking right there at the end. See, I typed damn in the corner. So close. If I had gotten a bounce right there, I probably would have won the game. But that was really exciting, had my heart really racing. Let's jump and take a look at some end plates. Now here's the first plate. You can see there, I made 29,380 credits and got 1,035 experience. Moving to the next plate, you can see here, sorted by XP. On a loss, I got double basically what everybody else on my team got, and I managed to top almost all of their top guys. And they won. You get 1.5 times for winning. So I was definitely MVP in this round. Moving on to the next plate. You can see there I fired 19 shots, got 15 direct hits, 14 penetrations, so one of them bounced that I shot. I did 2,092 damage, which is 2.5 times my HP. Received 12 hits, and a lot of those bounced. You saw those bounces going off. Damaged 7 enemies, destroyed 4, 151 on damage on enemies I detected. Got 53 base defense points. Made 29,380 credits, and after repair and resupply, that's 19,997. And that gives me a total of 1,035 XP on premium and 690 XP on non-premium. Well, guys, like I said, not the best battle in the world, but it really got my heart racing there at the end. I was hoping I could pull it off, but I couldn't. Look forward to bringing you this tank when it's fully elited. Thanks for watching. I've been Sergeant Conrad, and I'll see you next time.